I'm Brian Bennett. I had the privilege of being uncle to Ryan. Christopher Ryan Morton. I don't know where to begin. For those of you that knew him as we did, there were stories to be told. Ryan seemed to, no matter what the situation was, usually at the end of it, there was a story to be told, whether good or bad, but that was usually the case with Ryan. Ryan and that little crooked smile that he had that would just reach into your heart and grab it, and you just fall in love with him. And that's who he was. Many of you all are here today, never knew Ryan, but you're here to come and honor what he stood for, what he believed, what he lived. Ryan was a man of service. He served this community, he served the citizens of Missouri, and he served our nation. And he got that from his parents. His mom and dad, Tara and Daryl, were high school sweethearts from Virginia. After Daryl graduated, the Air Force called him away, and after Tara graduated from college, they married, and the service took them away from Virginia and let them go around the world. Derek, the older brother, was born in Japan. Ryan, we knew he was special because he came back to Virginia to be born, as his dad was deployed to Korea. And then little Lindy, youngest sister, was born in South Dakota. But Ryan called here home. He loved it. He was born here, or he was raised here. This was where he went to school, and this is the community that he loved and the area that he loved, and he gave it his all. It's where he wanted to be. Tara called Ryan her flower child. Said he would blossom wherever he was planted. That's pretty cute. But I think it was in that same conversation we discussed how many times how frustrated we could get at Ryan. And as a teenager, he put her and the family in that position quite a bit. But that's who Ryan was. Because Tara said, yeah, after all of those struggles, then he'd just smile at you and you just had to love him all again. Well, that's who he was. Ryan was an individual that never met a stranger. He was pretty quiet maybe to begin with and reserved, but then if there was some type of commonality, then you'd never get him to shut up. He loved the Royals. A lot of people talked about, Ryan they'd go to a game and he'd go off to get the drinks or whatever, and said he just wouldn't show back up. It'd take 45 minutes or so before he'd get back because he just met somebody in line. And there was something that clicked between the two, and they just talked. And that's the Ryan that we know. Darnell, a lifelong friend, shared the other evening, said that Ryan, about when they were 10 or 11 years old, that's when Ryan and Darnell became best friends, and said that some of the kids had maybe mentioned something to Ryan about the fact that Darnell was black. And said Ryan kind of turned to Darnell and he said, well, I thought you were just an American. That's who Ryan was. He got it. He got it then. Yesterday we had the opportunity for the community to come and a time of visitation. Took over 4 hours for the line to go through, sharing with the family. And it was amazing during that time the diversity of people that came through that line and that were truly touched by Ryan's life. There were the school teachers and football coach. Said Ryan was pretty good, but said the team wasn't. There was the church youth group, the leaders and those that spent time there at Heartland and shared with him then. And there were the classmates, and I had the privilege of standing beside Darnell at that time and was able to be aware of that connection between those classmates and Ryan as I overheard their conversations and as they reunited. And then even Ryan's barber, because Ryan really liked his hair. He thought that was special. But then as the men came across and they stopped here, they turned and you could see the deepness in their eyes as they paused. And then as they came and shared with us that they'd served with him in Kosovo. Others had served a tour with him in Afghanistan. And then the people of Clinton, how you came and how some of you had maybe just met Ryan or at the coffee shop or somewhere, but yet he'd impact your life. And then the police officers. You were Ryan's family. He loved you. He had a passion for you. And that's what makes him special. John 15:13. Greater love has no one than this, than someone lay down his life for his friends. Christopher Ryan Morton. Based on the faith that he and I both have, my friend, I don't say goodbye. I say I'll see you later.